Good afternoon, tropical weather fans. This is Dr. Ryan Truschlet coming at you from within a hurricane warning with your Weather Tiger threat focus for September 1st. Today's threat is Tropical Storm Hermine, which will make landfall tonight in North Florida, potentially as a Category 1 hurricane. The threat level is increased to DEFCON 2 in these areas. It's been 11 years since the last hurricane landfall in Florida in 2005, but Hermine ain't no hollaback girl living in Beverly Hills, and that landfall drought is in serious danger of ending in the next 12 hours. Hermine has intensified overnight and now has maximum sustained winds of about 65 miles an hour. Each recon plane pass through the center of Hermine this morning is finding lower and lower pressure, so the system is still strengthening, and we can see why that is by looking at this morning's visible satellite imagery. Hermine has been dealing with a dry air mass to its west for the past 3 days, which meant very little convection in the north and west of the center. However, this morning, we are seeing deep convection finally wrap around the center and tighten up that low-level circulation, and that intensifying and organizing trend is likely to continue through the afternoon and evening. I now think that Hermine will reach Category 1 in hurricane intensity tonight, just before landfall. After meandering yesterday, Hermine is now moving north-northeast at about 10 miles an hour, this morning in response to a trough to its north. This track will persist until landfall, with potentially a slight acceleration and bend to the east overnight. Hermine is likely to come ashore somewhere between Apalachicola and St. Mark's after midnight, with sustained winds of around 75 miles an hour. On this track, North Florida can expect the onset of tropical storm force winds between 5 and 9 p.m., with hurricane winds on the coast by midnight. With Hermine passing just west of Tallahassee, the city can now expect the worst weather between 11 p.m. tonight and 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. As a prolonged period of sustained winds of 45 to 50 miles an hour and gusts of 60 to 65 miles an hour or higher is likely, expect widespread power outages well inland across North Florida, especially east of Hermine's track. With a broad wind field, Hermine will also drive a powerful storm surge of 3 to 6 feet or more from Port St. Joe south to Cedar Key. Apalachee Bay is at particular risk, as shallow, lens-shaped bays can amplify storm surge effects drastically. Please take the storm seriously and evacuate if you're in a low-lying coastal area along Florida's northeastern Gulf Coast. Finally, and not least, torrential rains along the track of Hermine of 5 to 10 inches are expected, which will also trigger localized flooding. As the track of Hermine post-Florida landfall has shifted inland, totals of 4 to 8 inches are expected from eastern Georgia north to the coastal mid-Atlantic as well through Monday. The remnants of Hermine may also merge with a frontal low next week to the east of the northeast U.S., which will also have to be watched closely for coastal impacts there. For today, however, the focus is squarely on North Florida, where emergency preparations for hurricane landfall should be rushed to completion in the next few hours. Stay safe, fellow Floridians, and I'll see you on the other side of this hurricane drought. Now you know the tropical threat for September 1st. This is Dr. Ryan Truschlet. Keep watching the skies.